looking pass. And they got it too.
65 yards.
I'm sorry, Greg. Early in the game, they hit that pass. It was called back. This time they hit it, and Rocket Ismail breaks the tackle and scores the touchdown. And again, it's against Terrell Buckley. When everybody goes deep down the field against Miami, it's always, well, not always, 90% of the time against Terrell Buckley.
Ismail's 5th touchdown of the season. Cunningham's kick is good. 6:24 to play. The Miami Dolphins are running out of time. Aikman launches, connects, celebrates. Happy Thanksgiving, Troy.
You might want to reconsider getting in the cell with this guy.
Why's that?
He's enormous.
Goodness or not, he deserves to fry for what he done.
He was found with the victims in his arms.
I don't think he did it at all.
Take my hand, boss.
I do not see God putting a gift like that in the hands of a man who killed a child.
From the director of The Shawshank Redemption,
You're talking about a miracle?
Tom Hanks.
I am.
The Green Mile, rated R. Starts Friday, December 10th.
RCA Victor.
Do not try to adjust the picture.
Color TV.
There is nothing wrong with your TV. A new form of television is here. High definition. Up to 6 times sharper than current analog technology. The people who brought you TV, the color TV, and digital satellite TV welcome you to HD TV. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television. We've just made a better one.
The amazing Wizard rotary tool.
Does detail work.
Sharpen tools. The Wizard has 25% more torque.
Soon your TV will have over 500 channels. Almost enough to show you everything the Wizard can do. The Wizard, built by Black & Decker.
To win over this crowd,
Electric Sting!
you've got to perform. The new Norelco Quadra Action Razor with slots to cut long hairs and holes that get the short stubble for a quick close shave guaranteed. The new Quadra Action Razor. Norelco. Put it to the test.
Yasmin Bleeth is hot for Cheech. In his dreams...
You're actually dreaming about me. Are you high?
All new Nash Bridges CBS Friday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by NASDAQ, the stock market for a digital world, and by DirecTV. What are you looking at?
Texas Stadium lit up inside and out. 17-0 Cowboys, and Brock Marion trying to get something started again for the Dolphins. A yard deep in the end zone. The 20. Doesn't reach the 25. Let's go back to the touchdown.
Watch what happens. You think a running game doesn't help? Sean Wooden, number 22, is going to come up. He thinks it's a run. They got double coverage on Rocket Ismail down the field. Terrell Buckley goes, where's the safety? Nobody helping out. Look at this. And it's just the speed. Terrell Buckley cannot stay up with Rocket Ismail on that. And then you do something good, and Emmitt Smith, one of the triplets, comes over and says,
we're happy for you.
I like you.
I like it a lot. Miami guilty of a personal foul on the return. There's Troy Aikman, happy to be back into the swing of things.
Well, listen, they knew. Shane Gailey said, we'll run it, and we're going to get 3 or 4 chances down the field to make a play today. I've seen 2. They made them both.
Dan Marino, 4 picks today. That's his most since 1988. He threw 5 against the Jets.
And this is a tough situation here. Crowd, defensive linemen, they don't even care about a run anymore.
Pass is incomplete. Pritchett out of the backfield had to do a 360 to get his hands on it.
Well, Troy Aikman, he said it to us that for a speed receiver, this guy is really polished. And he has shown it today. He got hurt on the first pass attempt by Troy Aikman. Set out the whole first half, came back.
Rocket Ismail, 2 years in the CFL, 3 with the Raiders, 3 with Carolina. Marino throws, complete, Yatil Green to the 25 and pulled down.
You know, he's trying to win the Ironman today. That's what he's doing. He got hurt, he comes back in, and that's impressive. You know, playing with a little pain, especially a wide receiver. A lot of people don't think they're that tough.
Phil, you know nothing impresses me more than playing with pain.
And so really just a good job of gathering your thoughts and takes his time, gets back in the game, and is just a big factor.
3rd and 6. Marino with time, throws, intercepted. Dexter Coakley, his second of the day. And Dexter Coakley casts his vote for the Iron Man Award.
Well, Dexter Coakley, the son of a bricklayer, had to carry the bricks for his father. And if you look at those arms, you can see that he did a lot of work. But just Dexter Coakley, what he is, he's just a football player, just knows how to do everything, takes his position. Dan Marino just hoping for a miracle, nothing down the field. Never should have thrown this ball, and watch Dexter Coakley. Sees the receiver. Stanley Pritchett goes by, sees the ball. Whoa, and it takes a big hit from Aronde Gadsden.
You look at Dexter Coakley, it has not been the return to battle that Dan Marino had hoped for. Aikman from inside the 20. Emmett Smith breaks it outside. Zach Thomas in pursuit, can't catch him. Inside the 15 and out of bounds. Let's check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You know, you mentioned Dexter Coakley, the son of a bricklayer, William, down in Charleston, South Carolina. He used to go out with him every single day, you said, and his father said, son, you know how hard this is? This is not what you want to do the rest of your life. He kept telling him, go to school, get an education. Dexter went to Appalachian State, graduated with a 3.0 in advertising. He says, today, I listen to what my father says, and on Thanksgiving Day, he said, he's my hero. Back to you.
Thanks, Armin. Will you just look at those arms?
Well, I said to Barry Switzer 2 years ago, talking about him, I said, well, he's a little short to be a really effective linebacker. And Barry Switzer, on every, he looked at me out of the corner of his eyes. He goes, we didn't get him to change the light bulbs around here, Phil. I said, okay, I got the point. He can hit, he can run, and it's really kind of the new breed of the linebackers in the NFL. They're not looking, most teams don't even look for those big linebackers anymore. They're looking for people like him. They can really run, who have the stature to hang in there and make the hits when they have to.
Coakley came in here, the leading tackler for the Cowboys on the season with 85. Puts in a couple of picks and a touchdown today. Aikman fakes the toss, throws back this way. Complete. 10, 5, and to the 2 is Eric Bjornsson.
Well, he's down. Eric Bjornsson down. And Greg, you know what that play is, don't you? I've told you this one many times.
Yak?
No, this is that old shoot screen.
Oh, shoot.
Look, they're going to fake it one way. Eric Bjornsson stays inside. All of a sudden, he slips out. Everybody goes, oh, no. Oh, shoot. We're on the other side of the field. But the speed of the Miami Dolphins defense is the only thing that stops this from being a touchdown. The yak, huh?
Just trying to throw it out.
Well, it's a good guess.
Bjornsson is still down at the 2-yard line. Boy, I will say this. Dallas Cowboys have some huge tight ends. David LaFleur, 6'7", 272. Bjornsson, 6'4", 236. Lucky, 6'6", 273.
Well, we keep talking about the Ironman. Who's going to win the award? Let's just, Greg, I'm going to show you something. Let's take a look at how they make the trophy.
Where does that trophy come from,
Well, here
Phil?
you go. Looks hot.
Oh. This is exceptional craftsmanship.
And you know, you got to make it pretty. It's hard to make an iron pretty, though.
Does your iron look like that in your room?
No, it doesn't. Oh, well, there's a sight that'll scare you.
Did you iron your jersey before games?
No, I did not. We had people to do that, and well, it was going to be a very tough vote today, and we're going to cast it all. Everybody in the crew gets a vote in this. It's just not Greg and I. And one thing I knew, midway through the third quarter, I said, there's no way an offensive player is going to win this thing today. Troy Aikman made a late bid for it. Rocket Ismail, they did some wonderful things. Physical game, they hung in it, they made plays, but this game was won today. As Chan Gailey said, I'm going to make the Dolphins offense beat us. It didn't do it. His defense has been the difference.
Eric Bjornsson walking off the field. Damon Heward beginning to throw on the sideline. And it appears we may have seen the last of Dan Marino today.
Yeah, it's a tough. This was. I expected it to go better for Dan Marino today. Tough situation to be in. To come down here, Thanksgiving Day, short week. You've been out for 5-6 weeks. A lot to overcome. And I thought when he threw that one interception to Jimmy Johnson might change quarterbacks, but he decided he was going to let Dan play it out.
Coming up on 3:45 to play. Emmitt Smith to the 2.
I think the other thing we came impressed with this week as we looked at everything and talked to Chan Gailey, talked to the coaches, Dave Campo and Hudson Houck, the offensive line coach, is that the one thing this Cowboy team has, they have a lot of good, solid, big players. Their offensive line and their defensive line, it is good, it's big, and they got depth too. So they got reserves. They can come in and play well.
Second and goal. Emmitt. Nothing there. Emmitt Smith, 135 rushing touchdowns, 145 career TDs. And he's going up against Zach Thomas.
Well, let's look at a guy, Zach Thomas. He is as tough as they come, and he's about as good as they come. Again, finds his way across the block and somehow seems to always get in on the tackle. And for a little guy, he has speed. He has, I think, surprising power, but he just has the instincts and that natural ability just to make plays.
On third and goal, Emmitt Smith get even further back into the backfield. Gee, there's number 54 in on the play.
That's shock. Let's look at him again. You just get, you know, we talk about him a lot, but it's not something we're trying to make up. It just, oh boy, just head on. Robert Jones with him at his feet, and Zach Thomas is a tackling machine.
Hey, we're not making up the fact that he has his arms wrapped around the ball carrier almost every play. 2 minutes to play here in Dallas, Thanksgiving Day, and the Cowboys well on their way to victory.
$69.90. What are you looking at, cable? Shh, it's just getting good.
3 minutes a week.
Ah, DirecTV. Hey, everybody. This is Jim. Look, DirecTV's got all your favorite cable channels. Plus, now you get 2 free months of 32 premium movie channels, including 7 HBO, 4 Stars, and 5 Showtime channels with no long-term commitment. DirecTV. What are you looking at?
Good morning, Mr. Schwab.
Morning.
Introducing Velocity from Schwab, the new incredibly powerful online trading software system. With the power to place multiple orders at one time, it's fast and smart. And, if you'll pardon the expression, cool.
In the name of progress, man has given up more and more control to the machines of his own creation. Perhaps it is time to take some of it back. The thoroughly exhilarating TL with 5-speed sequential sport shift from Acura.
Monday, it's Ray's shocking preschool secret.
You left me back? Love. That and you were slow.
Everybody loves Raymond. An all-new episode, CBS Monday.
Back at Texas Stadium next Thursday on CBS, find out who will be Athlete of the Century when entertainers Garth Brooks, Whitney Houston, and Paul Simon join all-time greats Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Wayne Gretzky, and Joe Montana on Sports Illustrated's 20th Century Sports Awards. That's next Thursday at 9, 8 Central here on CBS. Richie Cunningham will put this one up from 24 yards out. And the kick is good. .157 to play, and the Cowboys put a little icing on the Thanksgiving Day cake. They've you look at Dexter Coakley and a poll of our comrades during the timeout, Phil, left very little doubt.
It's a shutout. He's the winner. He's the Iron Man Award winner. Oh, look at the voting. There we go. I didn't know we had this many. Well, then we got the whole crew to put a vote in.
Oh, we must have called New York.
Yeah, we got them all. But you know what's interesting? Troy Aikman and Rocket Ismail, they hung in there on a tough day against a good defense and made plays. But let's take a look at what Dexter Coakley did today. Well, this is an easy interception. That was just icing on the cake for him. But this is the one that does it because that turned the game around. The game was stagnant. Which defense was going to make the play to win the game? Dexter Coakley made the play to win the game for the Dallas Cowboys.
Dexter has had himself a heck of a day, and that's the second straight year middle linebacker has come up and claimed the Iron Man Award. Last year, Stephen Boyd of the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, he had, boy, what a great game he had last year. And of course, Greg, Christmas Day, you're going to host it with me. We got a show coming on the All-Iron Man team.
We'll pick the roughest and toughest and
well, not all of them, but of course,
best football players in the NFL.
You play football, you're a pretty tough guy. I don't care what you do now.
I'm not arguing with you. Brock Marion from the 5. To the 20, and that's about it for Marion. And Damon Heward going to get a few words and then come in with 1:49 to play. But on Christmas Day, we'll present.
Well, we're going to do
Iron Man squad.
We're going to pick 15 players, one coach, and we're going to take one player that's out of the league and induct him in there too with them, and pick a guy that exemplifies everything that you like, what the fans like. All these players will be nominated by their coaches. You know, we got a lot of good elements to the show.
Your mom?
My mom's going to cook for the team.
Going to cook. David Letterman's going to supply us with a top 10 list.
Yep. And then to cap it all off, which when the players find out, it gets them all excited. Our captain, the guy we think is the leader of our group, we're going to give him a brand new truck.
Big truck.
Yeah, big truck. What color are we going to pick?
I believe it's a big black truck.
Yeah? Who makes it? GM.
GM.
There you go. Hell, I got to lead you on to all these things. Come on.
Well, and you know I'm such an expert on trucks.
You look like, you look like
I'm
a truck
trucker. Conrad has had his problems holding on to the football today.
But not to beat this show to death, Greg, though. But I tell you, we've been working some on it, just some of the things before we pick the players as the year goes along. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, we went out and we're using all the coaches. We asked every coach, every team to nominate 2 players that fill all the categories that people want out of a professional football player. And everybody gave us 2 names, and we're going to try to pick a team of 15 players from those names we received from each team.
Damon Heward over the middle, Pritchett out of the backfield, 45, 50, and out of bounds to the 45. Let me show you a picture of my truck.
Yeah. Well, one of those little toy ones, Tonka toys or something that you push it around?
Remote control.
Oh.
Honest, I drive it around. It looks a lot like Home Alone 3.
I didn't get to watch that, but I take it there must have been a, what do you call it, remote control. Yeah. Hey, you look at Damon Heward, dog. I got to tell you now, and I think you know too, Greg. There's been such a debate in Miami since Damon Heward has come in, who was going to be the quarterback of this team.
And won't this fire it up again?
Oh, boy, this is going to be big news now down in Miami.
Heward goes down. Alonzo Spellman, who has been pretty active on that Dallas defensive line all afternoon.
Just another big defensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys. He was an end in Chicago. They brought him down here. He'd been out of football. They put him at defensive tackle, and he's done a good job of playing that position so far for the Miami Dolphins.
Conrad cut down on the far side.
I'm in for the Dallas Cowboys.
There's Jerry Jones. You know, he's been under the gun as much as Jimmy Johnson has all week long about the return of JJ.
Well, it was a big story 5 years ago, right? Maybe 4 years ago, but it's died out. The 2 of them, I think, have patched everything up. And
Pritchett to the 45.
And I think the relationship is kind of gone back to being friends again, which they were for so many years.
By the way, a happy Thanksgiving to our terrific CBS Sports crew on hand here in Dallas, Texas this Thanksgiving Day, supplying their usual terrific sounds and pictures.
Yep, working on a holiday and putting in some hard work and doing a terrific job, Greg. You're right.
Heward across the 40 to the 38-yard line, and the clock continues to move, and now it stops at 23 seconds.
Well, this Dallas Cowboy team, you know, you got to look out for them. The big stars, all the big players, the solid players they have. They've had some really tough losses this year.
Phil, the last time the Miami Dolphins were shut out, December of 1997, 41-0 at the hands of their opponent on December the 5th, the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow, boy, the Colts back in Indianapolis, there's a little cheering going on Thanksgiving Day. I'm sure they were rooting hard against the Miami Dolphins, which they should be doing. And they play a week from Sunday.
Expect Troy Aikman to take a knee and end this game right here.
Miami had their chances. They missed them early. The Dallas Cowboys, when they got their chances, they took advantage of them.
The one thing that is going to be questioned over and over again, what is Dan Marino's future? He came back here, said he was perfectly healthy, had an awfully tough afternoon with 5 interceptions.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed. The problem, too, is they have 10 days before their next game, before their next game, so that just makes it harder for any player when you got to wait longer to come back out and redeem yourself.
20-0. The Dallas Cowboys go over the 500 mark at 6-5, while the Dolphins, coming into this game, tied with Indianapolis atop the AFC East at 8-2, suffer their 3rd loss of the season.
And Greg, I was telling you, when I look at the Dallas Cowboys, I see a team that's capable of making a run and winning a few games in a row and being a problem if they can get to the playoffs.
And as we said, these Dolphins, and you know, this is very reminiscent of the kind of game that the Dolphins had up in Buffalo a couple of weeks ago.
Well, this was a little better. Physically, they hung in this game for a long time. They looked like they were in a good position a couple times to make the score, to get ahead. They finally make the big mistake that cost them the game.
Time for the Iron Man Award. Let's go down to Armin Katayan. Armin.
Dexter, first of all, all the talk of Jimmy and Jerry, it was the defense today that took control.
Yeah, we knew coming into the game it was going to be a great defensive game. Miami has a great defense, and we knew we were good as well. But, you know, Miami were hot. You know, they were 8-2 coming into this game. We were 5-5, so obviously you're going to see more of what they're doing on defense. But we just stepped it up and just came out and played collectively as a team and got the win.
I'd like to present you with something. This is an award that was created with Walter Payton in mind, the toughness and the heart that he displays on the field.
Yes, thank you.
You displayed that today. I would like, on behalf of Phil Simms and all of us at CBS Sports, to present you with the Iron Man Award. You earned it today.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Mom, Dad.
All right, Greg, back to you.
Congratulations indeed to Dexter Coakley. The Iron Man Award, 2nd annual, goes to a guy who, as you said, Phil, turned the game around today.
He turned it around. He deserved it. He's a tough player, and he played well, and he was the difference today.
Yeah. Once again, our final score, the Cowboys 20 and the Dolphins nothing. Tonight on CBS, Entertainer of the Year Shania Twain rocks Texas Stadium with an all-new concert you won't want to miss. For Phil Simms, Armin Katayan, and our entire CBS Sports crew, I'm Greg Gumbel. So long from Dallas. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.